Good morning, traders. Welcome to this video on the euro dollar and pound dollar. My name is Chris from Elite Currency, and as always, we're going to take a look at the charts. This week, only one video rather than the usual two. Hope to be back again in the regular schedule later in July. We're going to take a look at the euro dollar, but first of all, I wanted to actually let you know about special offer here, Key2 Markets Broker. If you set up an account through us, verify and fund the account and trade it, you'll have access to SWAT 2.0, and there's so much valuable things in SWAT that you will, I think, really enjoy all of the education and strategies and indicators. All right, euro dollar 4-hour chart, we were seeing a bounce at the 144 EMA after a, my apologies for that, after a choppy ABC down. As you can see here, we had divergence, price breaking below the 20 EMA, making a pullback, using it as resistance in this case, and then finishing a corrective choppy move down at the 144 EMA, where we saw an impulsive bounce. This is all what I explain, how to read and understand the price chart, what to expect at what point in the SWAT 2.0. So, and it's free of charge through Key2 Markets, by the way. Now we had a correction, a re-break below the 20 EMA, and then again a bounce to 144 EMA. Now in this case, the break below 20 EMA was not that bearish because we had a clearly established bullish swing and bounce, an impulse from the 144 EMA here. So this was likely to retest the 144 EMA, and it did twice, and now it's bouncing. So this is more like a wave 1-2 pattern, and maybe up for 3, rather than a bearish situation. It would definitely be different if we saw a break below this support trend line, the 144 EMA, with a clear 4-hour candle close below that. Well, that would of course invalidate any kind of bullish scenario. If you compare that to the pound USD very quickly, you see the difference. Okay, we had the upside, but when price broke again below the 20 EMA, do you see the difference with the euro dollar? Here in this case, as price was breaking below the 20 EMA, the 144 EMA was above price. So this was definitely a bearishly aligned with the trend downside break. Okay, and you can see what kind of downside gains it made since it broke here from 124.30 down to 123-ish, and the HMA being dragged down below the 21 EMA as well, signaling a potential confirmation and potential entry for downside. So wonderful swing trade with the trend to the downside. Here, euro dollar, totally different. Now the HMA did cross, but it didn't. It did so right at 144 EMA and right at the previous bottom. So that's totally a different spot than the pound USD, and this is likely to be a correction within an uptrend. So we are seeing that happening right now. We're seeing a potential break to the upside. What I would probably wait for personally is look at the hourly chart, because we're still in this triangle formation. And we see that we are trying to push up. I think that this is already a bullish spot, and price might make an upside here to the 61.8 fib. But at one point, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some type of flag, or either here or at the 61.8 fib, and then a retest of the 21 EMA zone and upside. All right, so I'm expecting upside, and I don't think that the price should break below 112.25. I don't think it will go, or at least let me say it this way, I don't see it breaking below 112. All right, there could always be a retest of support, one more time, a second time here before it bounces up. It doesn't have to actually. I think it could be in position for a move up right away, flag, and then continuation. That's what I'm expecting for the moment. But you never know. If it does retest, there's also a chance of a bounce at 112, 112.25. So yes, I am bullish on the pound dollar again. On the euro dollar again. And 113.50 for the moment. The next target on lower time frames, but on higher time frames, up to 115 is possible, and if not, even to 117 eventually, if we get some good momentum in play. So yeah, unless it really starts to close below 112, of course that could signal a larger push down, maybe towards 110.50, 110. But this downside is actually still a retracement, because if you look at the daily chart, the upside is aligned. So even the higher time frame would indicate a potential bounce into 144 EMA. So even if it does break to the downside on the 4-hour chart, it could easily be a retracement on the daily chart, and more upside could still materialize on the daily chart. Pound USD, while we had the break here, we're already seeing that move down. I think a continuation lower towards 122.50 is likely. Round level 78.6 fib with 7. That seems very likely at this moment. HMA down, price below 21. Everything is aligned here for full downtrend momentum. Let's take a look at the hourly chart. Oh, there we go. And yeah, we already had some kind of exhaustion wick here. Price moving lower from this 21 EMA. It's a bit late maybe now at this point. But if there's another flag, then that would be good for break towards the 122.50. Or if there's another retest of the previous top, that too could be interesting. Now it's not a good spot here at the 21 EMAs, or the first break could have been okay if the break doesn't go too far. Now it seems a little bit too far. Let's take a look at the daily. I would rather wait for some type of retracement myself. Could it go further than 122.50? And I think it could. Let's take a look at this bigger picture. The previous bottom here at the 100 fib at 120.75, I think. Yes. So that's possible. Let's put a fib from here to here. 61.8 fib. But yeah, it could go down to this 100 fib. Of course, we got to realize that this is a substantial level and there's going to be some bounce probably. So we're in a downtrend channel. There's going to be some bounce here probably up into the 21 EMA, previous bottoms and tops. That could be a key decision zone for either one more move down or a reversal and out of that downtrend channel. So around 124, we'll see a move down to 121 or a break to the upside. I don't know which one, depends on how price responds to this 122.30 to 122.50 zone. Is there ABC or is there a strong momentum? Difficult to say. So for the moment, space the downside, then expecting a bounce. Then we'll need to see what kind of pattern emerges. All of that is explained, how to read the moving averages, how to understand price versus moving averages, fractals versus moving averages, price versus fractals, all of that, and fibs, of course, in our SWAT 2.0 course, free of charge through Key2 Markets, KTM broker. So wish you all great trading and see you next week. Cheers. Bye-bye.